Thanks for staying with us. Let's take a few comments. I have one here. It says, Mariam and YK on point. This is a case of deception and infidelity, not infertility issue. If the man knew he was impotent, he wouldn't have opted for DNA in the first place. So this matter should be dismissed based on the information being made available by the couple, not on assumption that the man cannot father a child. Okay, that's Mr. Kehinde Adetola.
Okay, Mustafa Alkali says, in fact, I really sympathize with this man for not having a truthful matrimonial partner. May Almighty God help us to have good and God-fearing wives. I always say this, may we not end up marrying our enemies, because that's the only way to explain this. There's no how you truly love someone and want to put them through this heartache. Omobolaji Adeoluwa says, my own opinion about this, like Auntie Annie said, what is wrong is wrong. No two ways about it. Instead of the pain on the man, you both should go your separate ways and have your baby for another man, not you giving hope to the man and at the end of the day, the children or child not his.
Yes.
Because the man that sent his message earlier said, thank you, Mariah. We have had a meeting. I think it's responding to you. We have had a meeting. Okay. Their father is in Nigeria and was her university boyfriend. He's also married with children. Part of me wants to adopt the children, but I'm still torn. So he's thinking, I don't know how that's going to work.
He needs to take his time.
He has to see a therapist. Seek professional help. One, because without professional help, even if he adopts those children, he will still eventually feel resentment. Whether he likes
because he can't adopt the children without the mother, because the mother wouldn't want to leave her children.
So can we ask women why they would be in love with somebody else and marry somebody else?
Good question.
That's easy.
Because that is what brings some of this thing. See this story now, a university lover who's probably married, and if he loved you that much, why didn't he marry you? And then you take your love children, because you call them love child, because you're in love with this person, and bring to another man who will be doing all the work and caring for the children. Why do we do that?
Marrying for wrong reasons. You're looking for a settled man, working, he lives abroad, he's secured, he can give me a better life. Well, many women...
but that's still just one scenario. There are people who are married to the people that they love, but then they are stepping out on them.
And bringing the children home.
Yes, and that's
difficult.
So you can't love your husband and bring children home.
I love you and I'm going to marry somebody else.
No, wait, I love you.
You think it doesn't happen?
No, hold on.
It's unlikely.
We love our husbands now. Anything that happens, we now step outside, we now bring another person's children to the person we love. I hardly see that.
No, you may hardly see it, but it happens. Not everybody has a high school sweetheart that they're in love with or pining for, and that's why. Some people have met their husbands, they've loved them for so many years, and then they're working somewhere and then they meet a colleague or they meet a boss. It's not that they ever hated their husband, they were never in love. True. They have grown and they've developed other relationships. So I'm saying that there are many scenarios that this can happen. So it's not really about why you marrying people that you don't love. People marry for different reasons, and even those that marry for maybe a step up socially have kept themselves. Do you understand?
So it's not really now. If a woman who have been deceptive, you've done this for whatever reasons.
You have been deceptive. A woman who has been deceptive.
My own is confess.
Now they say that what you don't know will not hurt you. If I confess, I scatter everything. I rather, because there are a lot of women right now, they're keeping mum. They're not even letting anybody know. They're holding the secret. They're going to take the secret to their dead.
So maybe we should ask them this.
And they should pray.
Should they confess? Which one do they prefer?
Because if it comes out...
Exactly. Is it better to confess now or to wait until is revealed?
Or avoid DNA entirely.
People have sufficiently kept the secret all their life.
Well, you may have been able to keep it 20 years ago, 30 years ago. But the life that we're living right now, a lot of reasons it comes out. You go to the hospital, one child is sick, you need blood, blah, blah, blah. Things go... You know, there's just so much technology that right now it would be harder to hide it. So it's best, honestly, right now, to confess instead of holding...
Everybody wants to jackpot. And once you go to the embassy with your jackpot spirits, and the embassy sees you with your children, they must do DNA.
Yeah, they will do DNA.
They will do DNA of both parents.
Yeah. So,
and in fact, this one I wasn't going to say, but I must say it. When my brother was going to get passports for his children, and he went to the embassy, they say, no problem.
Welcome.
As the first of all, there are many, so...
You are many. You are going to all do DNA. My brother said, then sat him down and advised him, say, this DNA you want, are you sure? Because what we have seen in this embassy, is not, our mouth cannot say it. So be sure. My brother said, I'm sure. I want to do DNA. Do you know, he was shaking.
Broken.
God forbid.
Till the result came out.
Yeah.
Shaking. Hey, what if, I know I've done DNA before, but what if?
What if this one is
That changes.
Oyinbo DNA? You know Nigerian hospitals can make mistakes. Oyinbos, they don't make mistakes.
Oh, you don't make mistake. In fact, they took it for like 3 months.
The standard practice in these Oyinbo is like, once it's negative, they do it twice. Standard practice. Once it's negative, they have to do it again, just to be sure. And say it was done in this is my brother's, and I was telling my brother's home yesterday. Said it was done in DC. Twice. This child does not belong to you. Period.
So
when the result came out, he said, they're all your children. I said, congratulations.
Honestly.
But you see, that we've talked about.
I can imagine.
We've talked about the woman.
Trauma.
What should the man do, BC?
The man do in this situation when you find out...
No. Let's therapy aside.
Okay.
Why are we not talking about love and forgiveness? I know we said that we should have a conversation.
Yeah.
Let's imagine we have had a conversation.
Yeah.
Let's imagine the woman has said, I am sorry. For whatever reason.
That's Nigeria's favorite word, and I hate that word now. I hate it. I am sorry. I am sorry for what you did, and you knew you did it.
Hey, but why can't I can tell you I'm sorry, and you must believe I'm
What
sorry.
if you are sorry and you're not sorry?
What if I'm sorry and I'm sorry?
Maybe it's just a word.
What if it's a real word that actually has that means something?
Wait, let me ask, what if you are sorry?
Yes.
What do you want? What are you expecting?
I want us to be a family again.
No, what if I say, I hear you, and I can tell that you're remorseful, you have acknowledged it, and I forgive you, but that's it. So my forgiveness means that I won't hold it against you for the rest of your life, but I cannot live in the same house as you. I cannot wake up beside you in my bed knowing what you have done. So my forgiveness is that I have allowed you go and live your life in peace. I will not go into my secret place and pray against God.
I want to be a family because my children need a father figure. You should
have thought about that before going the other way. And now that you have gotten another father figure for them,
he's already married his own children.
No, you go meet him. I don't understand. You go meet him. So for me,
we go do one we don't marry. Not once, twice.
4 times.
For me,
No, not that one. This other one.
I know there are men.
Who is Mariah's person?
Who have...
Please, that's social media message, not my person.
I know there are men who have been faced with this situation and they forgave.
Yes.
And we didn't hear about it. There are men like that.
Yes.
There are men, you see...
Men of integrity.
It's not about integrity.
Men of...
No,
don't call them men of integrity.
Quote me.
Men who have a big heart.
No, it's not about...
Men, real men in the essence of
hold on
They forgive.
No, you are just being a moderator.
It's not
I know. I forgive you.
It's not about integrity
Tell me you are
whatever you
sorry.
have called it. It's about the fact that some people, like you said, have a large heart to just understand that human beings will be human beings and they can fall. And this kind of fall is not so... They found a way to handle it. It's not so detrimental to their mental health. There are people that have a strong threshold to cope with anything that comes. They're like, it's happened. Are we still together? Are we having this? So what's the plan that it doesn't happen again since you have done it first time and second time? And they move on, and we don't hear. There are a lot of men who know that the children they are fathering does not belong to them. And they are fathering the children quietly. Nobody would know.
Yes.
You know, some family members will suspect, but as long as the man is not saying anything, we have those men.
Yes.
That's one. We also have men who cannot deal, and we should allow them not to be able to deal. So don't say because they said they can't continue with the relationship, they are no longer men. They cannot deal with this form of deception, and it's okay for them to take themselves out. And they can take themselves out without feeling bad that they have done so. You need to get to a point where you say, I want to move on, and I'm not feeling bad I've done so because you did not think about me when you did what you did. Only that the children
with you on that
are innocent.
for a second. You see, life, I said it here before, life is too short, Obiajulu. At the end of the day, we're all going 6 feet under when we are very old and grey. Life happens, things happen. Why are we looking at how do you say it in English? How do you hold life? So
giving a man a child that is not his own.
I'm like, why don't we just say, you know what? Okay, this child, I have raised this child, and because I love this child, I accept it. Why can't we encourage more men to be magnanimous in accepting these things and just, you know what, let's just move on?
I get even what you're saying.
Magnanimous, you have used that word in the wrong place. This is not about magnanimity. It has nothing to do with that is
accepting somebody else's child as yours.
That is not it is patience and virtue. The man is virtuous. He is not magnanimous. So because magnanimous is if
you're accepting,
you slap me and I don't slap you. No, that is not. You have deceived me. You have deceived me for 8 years, for 16 years, for 30 years. You don't pass magnanimity. That one. Leave the man. Let the man...
Let him process how he
let him process.
Unfortunately, we have to wrap up. We've run out of time. But let me give you the last one.
No, she has message.
Nima say I should ask Morayo, if now your brother, you go support, make she forgive her.
Will you support?
If it's my brother...
Yes.
If I have known them as my nieces and nephews all for a long time, it's going to be hard. It's a hard conversation to have. I'm not going to pretend. It's a difficult... I can't say yes or a no here because it depends on the kind of relationship I've built with these children. You see, when you see the faces of children who have been raised, these are kids. They have no business with all this madness. They only want to be raised in a good home. So when you consider them, all these integrity issues, and all that you pack it. It's about the children. You're my child. I have raised you since birth to date. I will hold on to you. You're my child. It's not about the biological factors. It's the fact that I have fathered you from day one, and I'll continue to father you. So it depends on the kind of men we're talking about. Nigerian men that I know, some of them can be like that. Others can't. So it depends on who you are.
No, but many people
But if now your enemy now,
No, but
every time you pick up the child, you'll be seeing your enemy.
No, you shouldn't. They should be mature enough not to see
You will see your enemy's face.
Every time you will see your enemy's face inside the child.
You should be mature enough as a man not to see your enemy's face. You should be mature enough as a man to see a child who only needs love and care, period.
The enemy can be the father now. Can the enemy be the father? Must I be the
We have to
father?
wrap up. Unfortunately, that's all we can say. But as I say, hey, it's better
I
said.
just want to say it's not a lack of maturity or maturity. It's a choice when you find
Thank you,
if
Miriam.
you decide to stay, good on you. And if you decide to live for your own
Sanity.
mental health and sanity, and also not wanting to put children in a traumatic situation or a toxic situation, also good for you.
I think we can wrap up with that. Thanks. That's all we can take on this segment. We wish Papa Kola Wale and Auntie Toyin the best in their matters. And all those who are going through this, we pray that you find some kind of reason to get this thing resolved. That's all we can take. On this segment, we come back with our health segment. Stay with us. We'll be right back.